up so early? See, if you were headed where I'm headed, you'd be up early too.
I want to win, and I'm going to win.
If you give up now, then everyone was right about you.
Outside, 29, G5, seaside. I've been losing friends and finding peace. The way you feel.
One kiss is all it takes.
Falling in love with me. Somewhere in these eyes, I'm on you.
The worst thing that you could do to yourself is not become the person that you could be in this lifetime. Because the worst thing that you could do to yourself is not become the person that you could be in this lifetime.
You're like my favorite person on the planet.
I work hard because I can't fuck up. I am the backup. I don't got nobody to fall on.
Okay, I've got it, all right?
The reason most people fail instead of succeed is they trade what they want most for what they want at the moment.
I don't care if you're tired or if you're going through bad times right now. You need to work much harder. Nobody cares about your problems. Most successful people have had a hard...
Turn it off.
You may not be where you want to be yet in life, but you're also not where you used to be. Take a second to realize how far you've come. Now put your head down and get back to killing it.
Whenever I get to a low point where I think, why do I even bother? I just remind myself, this is where most people stop, and this is why they don't win.
I want you to fail, and I want you to get up and do it again. Right now, you're 5% away. 5% away from being a champion. If you can do this, you can do anything.
Looks like you forgot. Once again, how powerful you are.
If you get no homework done one day because you just mentally can't do it, and you maybe even get an F, so be it. If you just couldn't do it, then you just couldn't do it.
It might sound kinda sad, but that's just what I seem to know. I tend to handle things usually by myself, and I can't ever seem to try and ask for help.
Start now. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Start with all your insecurities. Start with what you already know. Start moving towards the goal. Start and make mistakes. Start small. Start now.
I could study all night long
I can memorize on and on, but even if I know it all, but I'd fail the test. I'd fail the test.
I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, head, head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, dance together.
Nobody believes in you. You lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and saying to yourself, it's not over until I win. Nobody believes in you. You lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and saying to yourself, it's not over until I win.
Oku. Okumak bir kız çocuğunun kendine yapabileceği en büyük iyiliktir. Kendi başının çaresine bakmış bir kızın gözleri yumuşak olmaz.
A day in the life of a loser, degenerate college student with no goals, no aspirations, no friends, no money, no motivation, no self-control, no social life, no discipline, no love life, no game sense, no aim, no medication, no personality, no humor, no skill, no empathy, no problem-solving skill.
I don't want people to be worried about me. There's nothing to worry about. I don't want people to try and understand why I am the way I am, because I should be the first person to understand that. And I don't understand yet.
It's a very hard thing to do, to look in the mirror when you are struggling and you're like, I look like shit. To just be like, you know what, I'm just going to change my mind. If it was that easy, I think we would all have figured that out by now. But it's not. And so, work on your soul in a way.
The world, we just gonna keep getting rich, you know? Cross my heart, hope to die. To my lover, I'd never lie. Said be true, I swear I'll try. In the end, it's in the night. He got his head around my mind. We got that love, the crazy kind. I am his, and he is mine. In the end, it's him and I. The world, we just gonna keep getting rich, you know? Cross my heart, hope to die. To my lover, I'd never lie. Said be true, I swear I'll try. In the end, it's him and I. He got his head around my mind. We got that love, the crazy kind. I am his, and he is mine. In the end, it's him and I.
Nobody believes in you. You lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and saying to yourself, it's not over until I win.
Intentionally act like the person you want to become. Because when you intentionally act like the person you want to become, your brain sees you taking those actions, so your brain starts to change the way it relates to you. When your brain sees you high-fiving yourself in the mirror, it starts to go, oh, wait a minute. Steven loves himself. Steven's cheering for himself. We don't beat Steven up.
The biggest lie that young people get told is that when you're 18, 19, 20, that's when you're supposed to be having all your fun. You're supposed to go out and party and do all the fun stuff. It's when you have the most freedom, it's when you don't have as much responsibility, so you should go out and you should have fun. That is bullshit. When you're young, that is when you can do the most. When you can work the hardest, sleep the least, and focus on as few things as possible. Now is not your time to have fun. You know what's actually fun? Maximizing your skills, getting rich, and then having freedom the rest of your life.
Whenever I need a little bit of a push, some motivation, a why, I always tell this to my friends too, like there's a version of you this day, next year, that's waiting on the you today to do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Like there's a version of Michelle next year that's like, did she move to Austin? She did. Okay, great. All right. She's on track. She's on track. Did she start doing those TikToks? Did she stay consistent? Because remember we said, okay, I can't, okay, so she's on her way. She's on her way. a version of you that's like, please start, please do it now. Like there's going to be a future you that is like cheering you on, like, please, did they start? Did they do the thing? Do the thing.
One of the things you learn about consistency, in the beginning, it's really, really hard. The more consistent you are at something, then actually what happens is your body builds up the habit to do the thing naturally. So the beautiful thing about consistency, the more consistent you are, the level of resistance you're facing to do it declines as you become more effective at it. And so this thing kicks in called habit, where habitually you begin to do something. And when you don't do that thing, your body tells on you. Your body's like, I feel like something is missing. You ever gotten into the habit of having a fresh cup of coffee every morning when you wake up? What happens on the one day you don't have your fresh cup of coffee? Something almost doesn't fit. Consistency is about just being consistent. Do the thing, even when you don't feel like doing it.
This hack has changed the way that I studied, so I'm going to try to explain it to you guys as best as I can, so hopefully it can change yours too. Honestly, it's really simple. As long as you have something to write on and something to write with, you're already there. It's called the doodling method, and the most important part to this method is making sure that when you're doodling, you are using your non-dominant hand. For me, it's my right. And that is basically all. Just pull up whatever you need to be studying or listening to and then start doodling. And I know it sounds too good to be true, but it's actually scientifically proven to help with focus and memory. It kind of works like those fidgeting tools. And of course, it's not for everyone. This method is mainly for people who get distracted easily because it gives you something to do. I have the worst focus, but trying it for the first time, I actually studied for 3 hours straight, which might not sound impressive to some people, but it made all the difference for me. And if doing this makes you more distracted, then I'm sorry, this isn't for you, but honestly, it's so simple, it's worth giving a shot the next time you study. And it's called the doodling method, and I hope that helped. If you have a hard time studying with note cards, it might be because you're doing it wrong. I know I struggled with them, but now I use it for literally every single exam that I have, as you can see. This is the Leitner system, and it's really easy to do. Just do everything as you normally would. Write down all the topics that you need to, and try not to make them as wordy as mine. And study as normal, so look at the topic, see if you got it right. And normally what you would do after this is put it in the back of the stack and just continue. But I don't want you to do this. What you're going to do is put it into 3 stacks. And I'm going to explain to you what the stacks are. So the first stack is going to be for the topics that you were confident with and you got it right off the bat. For the stack, I want you to study once a week just so that you can remind yourself. The second stack is going to be for the ones you kind of knew but you're not yet confident with. For this stack, I want you to study once every other day. And this last stack that you had absolutely no clue about. And for these topics, I want you to focus on them and study them every single day. That's basically all. Make sure that you keep them in their respective stacks for the next time that you study. And of course, if you think that you got better or any worse, then you can move them up and down a stack. But yeah, usually when we study, we have a habit of studying the questions or the topics that we already know because that's what makes us comfortable. But this method helps us prioritize what we actually need to be studying. Hope that helped. Good luck studying.
o'clock in the morning. And all I hear you saying is, so boy, I miss you. Boy, I miss you. Boy, I miss you. Boy, I miss you. Yeah. And all I hear you talking about, saying we should work it out. Girl, you mental. Yeah. See, I enjoyed it while it lasts. Believe that shit back in the past. Girl, it's simple. Yeah. See, you the one who ran first. Please don't play me like the worst. Probably could've been something. Could've, should've been lovers. Perfect portrait never finished. I doubt you was committed. Said you missed it, said you meant it. House of love put up for rent, and I don't fuck with temporary. Your new man talking reckless, and that shit unnecessary. True feelings finally surface, getting spiteful, trying to hurt me. I'm impressed with your audacity to hit me up so radically like I would fall again. I hate you and all your friends, but tell your mama I said what's up. Yeah, she tried to raise you up. I guess you ain't give a fuck. I guess you just out of luck. I hope this teaches you a lesson. If you trying to make the peace, then why you show up with a weapon? Why is it me you always stressing? Find another poor soul to fill your dirt with. Shit worthless, no purpose. I was hurting for no reason. You teasing, and that game shit, I don't need it. Your contact deleted. Now goodbye, I'll see you. Yeah, that game shit, I don't need it. Yeah, your contact deleted.